Hey, so what is up guys, it's Pohdoh here, and this time I'm going to be giving my analysis on the bunch of information that we got from the stream. They show a lot more than the campaign in the recent streams and from Gameloft's Twitch, all that good stuff. So anyways, the background is going to be the Touch Arcade gameplay. I'm sorry to use it, but that's mainly because I don't have any Modern Combat 4 gameplay to use. But all credit to them, and I'll put the link to the video in the description. So anyways, I'm gonna just be talking about my top 5 lists of things that I want from Modern Combat 5 that I really want from Modern Combat 5, and also I'm gonna be giving a breakdown of all the information that is to come or that has already been released. So, anyways, my first wish from Modern Combat 5 is that there is no currency. Currency for the most part has ruined Modern Combat 4 in my opinion because you could just unlock the best guns and then that's it. Like you don't, there's no point in ranking up anymore. Not to mention the ranking up was really fast, so it pretty much gave very little replay value to the game overall. So no currency. Just unlock stuff like Modern Combat 3. Also, for my second wish is that there's going to be no fancy or excessive explosives. So far I've heard that there's going to be 6 grenades, and obviously the first 5 are going to be stun, fire, regular, flash, and smoke grenades. I'm not sure what the last one's going to be. I'm figuring it's going to be something like the Modern Combat 4 stun grenade, because the Modern Combat 4 stun grenades were incredibly powerful. I mean, like they weren't even stun grenades, they're just DPS grenades because 2 of them killed an opponent. So maybe the last gun will be something like that, where it takes 2 shots to kill an opponent, except and then it explodes on impact, so there's no concussion grenade. Anyways, for my third wish, I'm really hoping that there are good and colorful maps because in the past, in the past FPS games, some, they have been ruined because they have really dull, gray, boring maps. Hopefully this time, they'll have it really vivid, they'll have it colorful, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like other more effects like weather. They're gonna have like a map where there's thunder and there's rain and all that stuff. They're gonna have another map where it's snowy and etc. But we'll see. So just have vibrant colors. That's all I want. I mean, I'm gonna be looking at the maps for the next year, so I want them to at least look pretty. So my fourth wish is that there's better perk customization. In Black Ops Ghost, they have like this talent tree thing, and in my time in Order&Chaos, I've came to the realization that more customization usually meant that skillful players will, it'll give more opportunities for skillful players to head to the top. It also gives rights to more cookie cutter builds, but it doesn't really matter. It is Modern Combat. I don't want it to become completely like an MMO, but I think there should be more customization. So, anyways, let's see. For the most part, I heard that every single class, there's gonna be 5 classes, and every single class have 5 different weapons or 4 different weapons or certain amount of different weapons. Sniper have sniper rifles, recons have SMG, heavy has shotguns. Let me think. What else? Assault has an assault rifle, and what's the last one? What's the last one? Let's see. Let's see. One more class has something else. Heavy, recon, sniper, and assault. I think that's it. Let's see. I'm going to look around. I think I took notes somewhere. But anyways, yeah, different classes. Yep, that's it. Different classes are gonna have different weapons, so you cannot have like heavy, perks from the heavy class, and have an SMG. So it's gonna I don't know, it's gonna restrict some of your choices a little more, but I still think that'd be pretty cool if they had a more, customizable talent tree kind of thing. So, and then every single perk on the talent tree will be, it will be accustomed towards the playstyle of the class. For example, a sniper would have, I don't know, like a perk where they don't take any flinch damage, or where they scope in faster to, to help quick scopers, or one where it slows down the enemies when you shoot them so that you can shoot, so in case you do only hit them in the leg, you'll hit them better the second time. And maybe even one where they can increase the secondary damage, because a lot of times you're going to be taking on your secondary weapon, you're going to be doing hand-to-hand combat with an SMG, or not with a shotgun anymore, but in the past games you use a shotgun like in Modern Combat 3. And recon, let's see. Maybe they can have something for, I don't know, DPS. Having additional DPS, a DPS perk is kind of obvious. But then maybe they should because they're more focused on the radar since they're on the move so often. Maybe they should have one. So I don't know. Maybe they could have one where you're like, I think in Modern Combat 4 they have one, or Modern Combat 3 you have one where you put a device down, or where you can have a radar around you for a short period of time, And let's see. And these are all passive skills, I think. Order and Chaos, there were such things called passive skills and active skills. And active skills are, actually skills you can use. And I think it'd be really weird if there was active skills in Modern Combat, but I think that is a pretty cool idea if it did come. So, who knows. But the passive ones, they've always been here, and every single perk has always been a passive one for the most part. You couldn't really actually use the perks in combat. But anyways, I'm digressing. So recon, they can have something, like a steady aim kind of thing where they have more accuracy, obviously, because they're hip firing so often. And I think that'll be a good change of pace. So now other classes are gonna have to use gonna have to use their iron sights more, just like how an FPS should be for the most part. It won't be as fun in my opinion, but it still is, how it should be, because it's a little ridiculous running around, at 30 miles per hour hip firing everyone. But let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe they can have one where you show up on the radar when you get hit by a grenade, because a lot of recon players are probably going to be using stun if that's the case. Concussion or stun grenades. Well, not concussion, because I don't think there is going to be a concussion grenade. But anyways, heavy. I heard they're going to be using shotguns only, either shotguns or LMGs. And that would make sense. Probably not LMGs, to be honest. LMGs have kind of gotten out of favor, and it makes more sense for a shotgun because no other class can actually use a shotgun. I doubt they're ever going to become a secondary again. But let's see. Their heavies in Modern Combat 4 has always been about health, so I think they're gonna have a bunch of different perks about health, if it makes any sense, because they're supposed to be tanking damage, even though in an FPS game there's no such thing as a tank. Everyone dies really fast. But I don't know, like have a bullet vest like in Modern Combat, armor elite like in Modern Combat 3. They can take less damage from explosives, and hopefully they don't do any. I'm pretty sure they can have new tubes because that's how Gameloft is. But hopefully they make a perk, make it so that they don't do additional explosive damage. They can have more ammo. They can have more ammo because if they're using LMGs or shotguns, they're probably gonna run out of juice really fast. But that kind of stuff. Just pretty much more health. That's pretty much all. That's pretty much all there is to a heavy. And for the assault, it's more like it's like a recon, except it's like more long range, I guess. These are just all my theories. I'm not, I do this for Order and Chaos a lot, and I have no idea whether this is gonna be true. But this is just all novel ideas I really wish would happen in Modern Combat 4. And assault, they focus more on grenades and grenades that can kill people because they can throw it at a farther range, and because they're an assault weapon. They're using an assault rifle, so they aren't gonna run and gun like an SMG. So they can use powerful grenades at a distance, and they can have a perk for more grenades. I don't know, like faster reload, but I mean that would make more sense for an SMG in my opinion. I don't know. More ammunition, more DPS. I mean, assault weapon class is always just kind of like the generic thing, so there's not really that much point. Okay, so that was my fourth wish. And my fifth wish, I want there to be quick scoping again. I think they can do a pretty good job of quick scoping. Maybe they'll make it so you can quick scope even faster than the previous game, or just as fast. But I mean, like Modern Combat 2, because that would be amazing. Because I got into iOS gaming because of Modern Combat 2 and because of the fact you can snipe so quickly. But regardless, I think quick scoping. I mean, in my previous fantasy talent tree idea, there would be, for the sniping class, there would be one where you can zoom in a little faster. That'd be really cool. They did that for Modern Warfare 2, so I think that'd be a cool idea if they added it to Modern Combat 5. So anyways, those are my 5 different things that I really wish would happen in Modern Combat 5. But anyways, now to talk about the more concrete details, and I'm gonna be listing them in no particular order. First of all, no AirPlay. Hooray! I can unjailbreak my phone finally, because it's making my phone really slow, and hopefully I can give you guys lagless gameplay in that case. No in-app purchases. Amazing. So far, based on the information I'm reading, Modern Combat 5 actually looks like a really good game so far. I'm actually pretty hyped about this. There are a few concerns I'm having, but overall it's been pretty good actually. It's been much better than my impression of Modern Combat 4 when I first heard it come out. No in-app purchases. This is amazing. Because there won't be any pay to win noobs. Just that simple. If you guys play Order and Chaos, or if you guys played any other Gameloft game, you know that pay to win is becoming a very big problem. And because a lot of people just pay money and they beat a bunch of other people who are more skilled than them at the game, especially Order and Chaos. Order and Chaos has been ruined by pay to win and in-app purchases. Anyways, I heard there's gonna be downloadable single player maps. I think that's a fantastic idea because a lot of people only play multiplayer like me and they never touch a single player. So what's the point of including single player with it? So I think that makes a lot of sense. I think it's absolutely amazing because it's gonna be 800 megabytes. That's crazy, 800 megabytes. Like Modern Combat 3 was more than that, just because it wasted so much, space with the campaign. So, anyways, that's amazing. I'm really impressed by this, idea. I couldn't come up with it myself. So, great job on the developers' part, and it really does show that you can trust the Modern Combat developers. Unlike a lot of the other game loft developers there are. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Order and Chaos. But let's see. What else is there? There's gonna be kill cams. I guess that's pretty cool. I guess. I mean, I'm not quite sure how you're gonna how it's gonna send information that quickly from device to device. Unless you have a really fast internet. But I'm sure they'll figure something out. I trust the game with developers with that. It'll be 6v6. 6v6. So just regular. That means hopefully they don't make the maps too big then, because if it's 6v6, then they can, if they make the maps too big, then we'll have the same problem we did as Nova 3, which is that there's too little players and the map's too big, so you end up spending the entire time running around. But anyways, let's see. New knife animation. I think I saw this in the stream. I can't. My head's a little fuzzy on this, but hopefully, there's new knife animation. It's not the same old bland, dull, boring thing. But it doesn't really matter because you shouldn't really be using your knife all that often. And then there's gonna be chat. This is a fantastic idea. They should have added it a while ago, but they just couldn't because of device limitations. I mean, chat, like, this is gonna kill Palringo if it isn't dead already. But I think that's amazing, guys. The chat idea you can post on global. You don't, you can stay immersed into the game. I think that's a wonderful idea. I'm really happy about that. And if Pohdoh isn't complaining, if I'm not complaining, then you know that they're doing something right. Like normally I'm the one that complains about everything. Pretty much that's all I did for Modern Combat 4 for the entirety of Modern Combat 4. So the fact that I'm complimenting the game should be a pretty big deal to you guys. So anyways, also because not because, but it's gonna be working on the lower end devices like the iPad 2 and such. And if it's working on the lower end devices, that means it's gonna run perfectly fine on the medium devices like the iPhone 5, the 4S, and etc. So I'm really happy about that. So hopefully, yeah, because lag has been a problem throughout the Modern Combat series. A lot of people has been forced to leave the community because devices weren't fast enough. But anyways, there's gonna be squads, which are basically clans, so you can have squad battles, which is basically like a clan battle. And I think it's really cool because you're integrating clan battles into the game, which was not possible before. And it was a huge pain in the ass in Modern Combat 3 and Modern Combat 2 to do clan battles. And I know it because I did clan battles back in the day. Like I'm a long time veteran of iOS gaming and Modern Combat. I've been playing this game since Modern Combat 1, for God's sake. So anyways, and then let's see. The bad stuff. There's not really any bad stuff. It's just stuff that I'm kind of concerned about or just kind of like meh about. There is gonna be you're gonna have to stay online all the time. You're gonna always have to stay online, and a lot of people are complaining about that. But I mean, there's a reason why they don't do that just to annoy you guys. It's because they have to. Like they don't have a choice. Some of you guys, this is the problem with some of you in some of you watching this video is that you want one thing, but you're not willing to give up anything else for it. And the problem is that to have campaign and multiplayer linked and have the XP and the currency linked, you're gonna have to stay online or they're gonna have to constantly relay information, because if they don't, it's gonna be really easy to hack it. Like anybody can hack it. If you can do not connect to the server all the time, because they can just go on the game, change the code for the amount of currency you have, and change your level. And then when they log back onto the multiplayer, then the multiplayer server will relay the information back, and all of a sudden you have max rank people automatically. But because if you're always connected to the server, that's not possible unless you have some really really fancy hacking device. So that's just there to prevent hackers and currency hackers, which has been a problem in Modern Combat 3. So hopefully that does not happen in Modern Combat 5 with these new measures. So it's not really a bad thing. It's just something they have to do in order to accommodate for the newer features. So anyways, there's gonna be no camo, and I'm getting some of the information with B-Nates, the other stuff I found out by myself on the stream. But there's been no sign of camo at least. B-Nate's video said there's no camo, and I did not see any hint of any not ammo of camouflage guns anywhere on the stream. So that's a shame, but I mean, what can I do? I thought it'd be kind of cool and kind of easy to implement it, but I trust the developers. They probably had a good reason not to include it. And another thing is that it plays very similar to Modern Combat 4. If the campaign tells me anything, it looks very similar to Modern Combat 4. Besides the graphics, the graphics looks different from Modern Combat 4. The gun animations look a little different. All the visuals look different, but the way the game plays look very similar. You're running at the same speed. Your hip fire is about the same spread, and etc. So, I mean, I don't want it to be the exact same thing, the exact same as Modern Combat 4, but I mean if it's similar and a better experience and ultimately a different experience, and I'm happy with that. So anyways, what else is there? Let's see. Five snipers, five of every single gun, five snipers, five assaults, five everything. There's gonna be five pistols as well, which I'm guessing there's gonna be a revolver, automatic, the M1911 and the basic stuff. So I mean that's gonna be whatever. I'm glad they're at least classifying some of the weapons. They're having an equal balance of weapons, and we don't have a Modern Combat 3 issue where every single gun was automatic and there wasn't a single shotgun basically. But let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Let's see. They're gonna release it in the summer, which is really ambiguous. So I don't even consider that new information. Of course they're gonna release it in the summer, because they're done with the game. I mean, there's no point in holding on to a game any longer because they're just gonna have to redevelop it if it gets too old. And I'm guessing they're gonna release it next month. This is a pretty bold guess, but I'm guessing next month, like early next month, maybe second week of next month, like on the they normally release it on Tuesdays or Thursdays in my memory. They released Modern Combat 2 on Tuesday, and they also released Modern Combat 3 on Tuesday, and they released Modern Combat 4 on a Thursday, I think. So maybe they'll release it on June 12th, I think. I don't know, June 12th, June 19th. I'm leaning towards June 12th because, if they're confident enough to show it to everyone, to show the campaign, even have beta testers. I've heard there's been beta testers coming out, moving around, testing out the game. So there are beta testers as well. That means the game is almost finished. So I say, second week of March at the earliest, at the latest by June. So anyways, that's all the information we have so far and my personal wish list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me guys what do you think about tell me guys what you think about about all the stuff that's been revealed so far. Tell me guys if you think any of my ideas are pretty cool for the wish list, for the stuff I want to happen. I've done this multiple times for Modern Combat 4, Modern Combat 5 in the past. I think it's like my third wish list video, but it's still, I think my time in Order and Chaos has changed my perspective on Modern Combat. So this is why I updated it one more time. So about the talent tree and everything. But anyways, this is Pohdoh here. Alright, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I'm sorry if it's really long, but there was a lot of information to talk about. So anyways, Pohdoh, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.